Okay, this is Harper again, but everybody is awake and co-conscious. And they were wanting to wear something else, but I didn't join the party until they put on my cat dress. So, and I think if I don't join the party, we don't look as young, because I'm little. And so, I don't know, somehow when I join in, we look a little younger. I don't know if that's true or not. It may just be our perception of it, but I think so, maybe. I don't know. We still look pretty old. Old face. The state of the world has been so bad that I have been like underground. I have been taking the back seat to Jesse's sadness over all the little children. And Jude's being upset that the government's breaking our laws. I mean, when one person breaks our laws, even if they're a legal alien, that's a horrible, horrible thing. But when the government breaks its own laws, that's tyranny, you know? They need to not be breaking their own laws. That's bad. That's really bad, you know? And, like, I know other politicians probably have and other administrations probably have. And they shouldn't have either. I'm not saying that they should have done the stuff that they did, but you can't just be blatantly breaking your Constitution and excusing it. You can't do that. So I see Jude's point. But there's nothing we can do about it. Like, and I'm hearing in my head, yeah, we can keep talking about it. We can keep talking about it. We can keep talking about it. But all that's going to do is make lots of people hate us. Yes, Jude just said, lots of people are going to hate us anyway because we tell them that we believe in a different Christianity than they believe in. We believe in inclusive Christianity, where Jesus tells us that he loves and accepts everybody. Even if you don't believe in him, he still loves you and accepts you. There's no difference between you and him in his eyes. He loves you regardless. And he's not really a he, he's just the collective consciousness. You know, God, he's everything, all of us. And he loves us, and he has compassion for what we go through, the things that we bring on ourselves from the bad processes that we learned whenever we were kids, and that our ancestors learned from their ancestors and on down through the line. And he feels really crappy about it all, but honestly, I don't think he's all powerful, because he's expressed compassion about it. And yeah, he's expressed that he can't do anything about it. Only we can do it. Only we can do it. Each one of us. God resides within each one of us. And we need to take the steps in order to make it better. Make it better for ourselves and make it better for other people too, by using our voice and speaking out. Okay, I'm hearing that from Jude, but I'm still thinking, as Harper, who is the little of our system, I'm still thinking that there's nothing that we can do. So why are we getting all upset about it and not talking to people who support Trump? Like, we're getting all worked up and sad and angry about it all. And we need to, you know, there's going to be some that are not going to open their eyes until it hits home. Until their health insurance gets taken away or greatly reduced, or the insurance companies are given free rein to deny surgeries and medications, or until the Constitution is changed so that Trump can stay in office forever, and on down through perpetuity in his line. I don't know. I mean, what was I saying? See, I think that we need to try to be happy and wear our cat dress. But then again, I am a little. I'm just, like, in my brain, I don't think I ever get above 17. And I just want to be happy. I don't want to be upset about everything all the time. I get it. I totally get it. That it needs to be put out there. But we've been spiraling now for 4 days. Like, our every waking moment is spent either thinking about it or looking at news reports or writing about it. Our hands are so... Look at my nails. Look, my nails are cat eye nails. They have little pieces of metal in them. And if you get an MRI, it could burn your hands. But I think they're so pretty. Look how pretty they are. Okay, so what was I saying? I lost it. Squirrel. That's what my brain does sometimes. And sometimes their brain does too, but mostly, I mean, it's all the same brain. It's just, we think that we have different sections of it. Because, like, Jesse and I are really creative and kind of ditzy, and scatterbrained, and we definitely are like squirrel. And what was I saying again? Yeah, we're definitely more scatterbrained, whereas Jude and Bre are more focused, and they're not like I don't pay attention to things very good at all, and neither does Jesse very good at all. We just can't pay attention. We can't focus. But once we know how to do something, I'm extremely creative on it. And so is Jesse. Like, she's pretty creative. And then Bre and Jude are more analytical. So, the parts of the brain. So I'm not for sure if I'm left brain or right brain, but I'm the one that deals with creativity and kind of flightiness and like lose my train of thought, but also creative, because I have lots of ideas. I just am not very good at following through on them, you know. Whereas Bre is pretty good at following through on hers. She's not so good at following through on mine, though. Like, if I want her to do something, she'll put it off for forever. And she's the one that kind of does the business stuff. So, therefore, she puts my stuff off. And she sometimes puts other people's stuff off. Like, younger son's stuff. She'll put off his stuff. She needs to not do that. Okay, I think Jessie joined with me there. She's thinking, we need to take care of younger son's stuff and make sure that it's done. So, okay, there's my cat dress. And, I don't know, it's just, I get that it's really hard not to think about it and not to obsess about it and not to be consumed by it, but I mean, my vehicle does not have four-wheel drive. I am 53 years old. I have multiple physical and mental problems. I can't drive 13 hours. I would be laid up for 2 days. I really want to drive 13 hours. I really want to go and bear witness and make sure that no children are being hurt, no innocents are being traumatized. If another murder occurs, that there are multiple vantage points in order to prove what happened. It's just, I don't know. I feel like Jude is jumping in now too. We are dissociating horribly because we're very unbalanced. And Jude has had mainly control ever since Alex Pretty was executed. But she's really tired now because she's been obsessed with this for 4 days. And we've not done anything else but obsess about this. We did apply for jobs yesterday. And we did check on jobs. But not as much as we should have because we've been so obsessed with this. This life is good, but it's very difficult because there's a lot of emotions at play when you have 4 women in the same female body. You guys know, you're one woman who's a little moody, I bet. And then 4 consciousnesses, and maybe more, because we had that one episode where none of us remember saying that to our younger son about a month ago. So there might be more of us in here. We don't know. So anyway, this is my new cat dress, and I really, really love it. And I'm glad that I'm awake today. And I hope we don't get trapped back into OCD land tomorrow. We can't though, because we're doing a women's wisdom and wellness thing. There's a place down in Oneida, Tennessee that's wonderful. And she does like sound baths, and she does yoga, and she does like trauma therapy. And she's absolutely wonderful. Women's Wisdom and Wellness Center, Oneida, Tennessee. You should check her out. Her name's Betty. She's wonderful. So if you're looking for trauma therapy or help with trauma or depression or PTSD or whatever, she could really help. And then after that, I'm getting my hair done. So that'll be good. And so hopefully I won't spiral tomorrow. And then I've got to go back to my dad's on Sunday. And my dad has already told me that I can take all of his Trump stuff and out of sight, out of mind, so that I won't be all upset, because he is a Trump supporter. But he also said, because we had a frank discussion about it yesterday, I thought that he was going to be upset whenever I asked him in order to put his Trump stuff away, because like his coffee cup is Trump, and he's got a big mask of Trump, and he's got a Trump blanket. All of these things I've gotten for him because I love him, and he was a Trump supporter, and so therefore I'm gonna get him things that he supports. And we went to Trump's inauguration, the first one, because my mom is a big Trump supporter. So she said that she'd really like to go to his inauguration. She thought that he was the best ever. That's when Bernie ran against him, and Bernie let Hillary have it, and then Hillary lost, of course, because she sucks. But my mom wanted to go, and so my two sons and I and my mom, we all went up there and went to his inauguration, and it was a great trip. And I didn't like him, I didn't vote for him, but I love my mom. And I didn't like anything that he was talking about, but he never once mentioned taking a country from another country, one of our allies. And he never mentioned creating a police state. I just didn't see the signs. And people of color, I'm really sorry. And trans and I was gonna say LGBTQ people, but I'm in that population. I'm bisexual myself, but being a white woman who usually dates men, I don't know if I can even count myself in that, but I'm definitely an ally, and I've not been silent about what he's been doing as far as trans rights go. But I am really worried now. Because this is how all of our dystopian novels are. But I can't do anything about it. But I can do something about it. I can keep sharing, just like Jesus said. I can keep sharing, and I can keep talking about it, and I can keep telling people that this is not okay. This is not okay. And the hate needs to stop on both sides. The hate needs to stop on both sides. I have said abolish ICE in the past, but if they want to restructure it and retrain them, the ones that they've got in office now, I saw a recording today from an ICE leader, and he seemed to be very calm, and he seemed to be genuine, explaining that his officers do the right thing. They were the ones that had the little 5-year-old that had the little hat, you know, the anime hat. He explained what had happened with that little boy, and that they didn't take him by himself. He had been left, and he seemed very genuine. And so maybe he needs to be put in charge of everything. If his officers are doing what's right, there are some ICE officers that are doing wrong. So maybe they need to be retrained with his officers. So I've kind of been lumping all ICE in together because of the government's allowing them to have this absolute immunity and accepting the brutal things that they've been doing. But maybe it is possible with the help of people like that gentleman, that leader. Maybe it is possible for them to be restructured. I'm pretty sure I'm Bre now. I don't know. We've been talking about this way too much, though. I do agree. You just can't stop. It seems like just can't stop. So Harper was like, let's get makeup on and try to look pretty. So I still would not be accepted by Donald Trump. I know that. Too long in the tooth, he'd say. Look at the wrinkles on that girl. Fatty. Piggy. But I kind of think the same about him. So, and that was a bit of hate coming out of my mouth. And I shouldn't have been doing it. So, we all need to change. Get rid of the hate. Stop calling names. Stop seeing people as stop verbally abusing others. You know, if you wouldn't say it to a sweet child, you shouldn't say it to anybody, because that's what we all are inside. You know, that's we all have that toddler inside, including Donald Trump. Only his toddler wants to take everything. And he's got lots of yes men who are saying, sure, take Greenland. No, dude. You can't take an ally's country. What is wrong with you? All right, guess that's enough. I don't know, I guess I'm gonna go lay down and scroll Facebook for a while.